What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. That's right, we're back. New year, new me, new you. Okay, not really, same me, same Aston. We have the other one in the garage, but today we're going to be looking at this OBD Link CX and the BMW X3 M40i. Yes, the Vantage is still here, don't worry. We still got the BMW, but we're going to be coding some things out and see what the difference is. All right, guys, the BMW M40i. The OBD port's somewhere down there, so we'll have to find that in a bit. Good boy, bud. All right, let's go. All right, ready, bud? Ready? Ready? Go. Go. All right, guys, the BMW X3 M40i and the OBD Link CX. All right, so we decided to go with the OBD Link CX in the app. I'll show you a screenshot, but it tells you all the different things that are available. If you go to Bimmer code, you can actually see all the things that are available. I went with this one. It's wireless. I think it's pretty cheap. Bought it on Amazon. Looks like we got some directions, a little warranty thing, but then it's nice and tiny. So that's why I like this one. You can probably just leave it in your glove box. Nice and simple. You got some lights that light up on the top, Bluetooth, OBD, power. Those all look like they should light up when I plug it in. So in the BMW footwell, the OBD2 port is right over here. So it's literally like right on the left side, right up here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but either way, we're gonna go ahead and plug this bad boy in. I think it just goes like that. And you should be able to see, yep, the buttons are lit up. So we have Bluetooth and power, and we are good to start going through the rest of this manual. This is the Bimmer code app right here, and it tells you exactly what to do step by step. So I'm just gonna go ahead and follow this. All right, so the first couple steps are turn on airplane mode and then, or enable airplane mode and then turn on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I'm close enough to my house where my Wi-Fi keeps getting connected, so I just went in and said forget this network so I don't auto-connect to my Wi-Fi. I don't know if that matters, but just doing that as a precaution. All right, we are back with Chelsea's phone because, well, this is her car, this is her daily driver, so I'm gonna put Bimmer code because we had to buy it on her phone. So as we can see here, Bimmer code full version, we have purchased it on Chelsea's phone. This is what we're gonna use to do everything. We have the OBD Link CX adapter on here. I'm just gonna go back into the settings to make sure her phone's not connected to the car and all that jazz. Also, we have to make sure we enable airplane mode. And we wanna turn Wi-Fi back on. Mobile devices. Once you're in the devices settings, go to those settings, and then you disable Apple CarPlay. In here, all right, so you have to disconnect CarPlay in these settings. So we want to go to hoping for the best. There we go. We hit pair. We're gonna move a little bit closer because the OBD2 port is obviously on this side of the driver's seat. Now we get to select the vehicle. So if we scroll down, all of the X3s are clumped together. So you don't have to differentiate between X3, X3 M40i, and X3M. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that. We get the little check mark, and then down here we hit continue. Boom. You can see up here, diagnostic mode activated. Right now it said reading VIN, now it says reading vehicle, identifying control units. Everything will load here, and then we can go ahead and choose things that we want to start coding. So it's actually a pretty simple process. You basically turn off anything that could possibly be connected, whether it's in the settings on here or the settings on the phone, and then connect. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. Let's go. Almost there. Almost there. Oh my goodness. She never charges her phone. All right, so right here, we have the engine control unit, the ECU auto start stop function. If we select this, we can see that it's not active. So right now it says reading coding data. So that's how the car is coded. Once it comes up, you can see auto start stop function memory not active. So the memory is basically just saying that if I go ahead and hit this button to disable the auto start stop and turn the car off, I want it to remember when I turn the car on the next time. So if we change that to active and hit the back button, We can now see that code is enabled at the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit code, and it says important notice, blah, 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 and we're gonna hit start coding. So now it's preparing coding. It's a pretty simple process. Everything is in plain English on the app, I think, for the most part. And finishing coding, super quick too. What was that, like 20 seconds or something? Almost there. Restarting the ECU, clearing errors, and coding success. Bada bing, bada boom. The coding of the control unit completed successfully. We hit OK. As you can see, it's now active. Code is not, you can't select it because we haven't changed anything. So everything is good. We can hit back. We can come right down here to disconnect. Disconnect. We are back out of the application. Well, you can see a check engine light, but we're going to go ahead and start the car up. So let's go ahead and put our foot on the brake. Ooh. So we get some warnings. The check engine light went away, so we're good to go. Now right here you can see that that is not enabled, but I'm going to turn that on. So now that that is on, which basically disables the auto start stop, I can take my foot off the brake. We can turn the car off. All right, now we're going to hop out and lock the doors. All right, so mirror folds, car's locked. Let's go ahead and go back in. Look at that, guys. Wait for it. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes. Now I can put it into drive. And that is now remembered, so I do not have to hit that button every single time. That is something that bothers me and Chelsea as well. She liked that on her old car. This was active, I guess, so you could turn this and disable it and it would stay this way and not have to worry about it. Now, one thing to remember is that if you do put the car into Eco Pro mode down here, you can see that it automatically turned that back off. So now the car will turn on and off. Auto start stop is enabled. But if we go back to comfort, you can see that in memory, it knows that we turned it off. So nice little feature to have. I'm gonna go through and look at some other things in here. I think what we're gonna do is turn off the active engine noise and see what that sounds like. All right, well, I hope this angle's semi-decent. It might be really weird, but either way, the point of this video is basically to show you the difference between the active noise that the cabin creates. So if you're not aware, I remember hearing about this first on the BMW i8. Basically, it pumps fake noise into the cabin because that car only has like a 3-cylinder engine. Now this car obviously has a 6-cylinder engine. It actually sounds pretty good, has a sport exhaust is my understanding. But I believe there's still active noise being pumped into the cabin to some degree. So I'm gonna turn this car on. We're gonna put it in sport mode and drive it. And then we're gonna deactivate the engine cabin noise using Bimmer code and see how much of a difference it makes. I'm very curious to know how much it's actually pumped in, because if you're outside the car on cold start, it's still pretty loud and the car does sound good. However, there was one time where I was driving next to Chelsea and she had the car in sport mode and I barely heard it. So it might be a lot of internal noise. Anyways, this is gonna be not really a cold start, but the engine's actually warm. So you'll be able to hear engine startup and then some hard pulls in sport mode. So here we go. You can kind of hear the burbles there. So it actually starts up in comfort mode. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into sport mode. Just changes the settings. We're gonna go Sport Plus. Now there's individual and standard, but we're just doing Sport Plus. Keep it nice and simple. So let's go ahead and throw it into drive. And we'll go do some pulls. Let's go this way. All right. Ready? Let's go to the ton of fun, guys. It's a lot of fun. X3 M40i. I think it pushes like 400 horsepower almost, so it's peppy. It's peppy and a lot of fun. It sounds good. Even on the shift, you hear that when it drops gears for a second. You hear that sort of exhaust, almost blow off. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's a good sounding car. It's not bad, but I'm very curious to know how much of that is the speakers and not the actual like exhaust. We're gonna go ahead and pull the downshifts too. All right, so we're at a dead stop here. I'm not doing any like brake boosting, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe there's a launch mode or anything on the M40i. There might be on the X3M, but I don't have any of that. So we're just gonna smash the gas pedal and here we go. I mean, I do really like the way this exhaust sounds and everything when you're driving it. I'm so curious now how much of that is inside the cabin and essentially fake noise versus the actual exhaust sounding that nice. I mean, either way, it's a fine experience for the driver, but then it just kind of goes to show you that on the exterior of the car, no one's hearing any of that. So you think your car sounds real nice, you know, when you go for like a test drive. Meanwhile, all of it's fake noise on the inside and nobody's actually hearing your sport exhaust on the exterior of the car. So I'm gonna go grab Chelsea's phone again. We're gonna code that out and see if it sounds any different. All right, so we're gonna connect again, X3 M40i. We got diagnostics mode, reading vehicle order, blah, 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 blah. All right, we're gonna let this load. Okay, so if we go to the active sound design, it's reading coding data, the receiver audio module, the RAM, and this has the active sound design within it. Here we go, active sound design. You can see here that it is active. So if we go in here and go ahead and turn not active, and you can see also that enabling this, please note that it is not possible to enable the active sound design for cars that are not equipped with this option by factory. So I think this car is equipped with it because it's an M40i. I don't know if like a base X3 is. Either way, we're gonna go not active and see what happens. So let's go ahead and hit back. You can see that code is now available. We hit code, important notice, blah, 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 start coding. Preparing coding. Checking errors, coding successful. Okay. All right, so this is gonna be a startup again. The engine's warm, same exact as the last time. I assume it's gonna start up in comfort mode, but I guess we'll see. But it is a just startup, I guess. But the active sound design is turned off. It's not active. Still sounds pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and pop it into Sport. We are in Sport Plus still, so we're good there. And away we go. Peculiar. All right, ready? I don't know. I feel like I don't notice a difference. That's interesting. Maybe there is no active sound design really on this car, even though there is, it does say active and not active. I don't know, now I'm just confused at this point because I'm not sure what's going on. Does anybody, I mean, I don't know, if you guys know, let me know in the comments below, because my understanding is there was some fake engine noise being fed in, but I don't know. I obviously turned it off, so unless the coding isn't working right, which I assume it is, it said successful, it said not active. I thought, you know, we would notice a difference, but I'm not noticing too much of a difference. So I don't know, we'll have to get on it from a roll here, and then hopefully we'll get a nice light again where we can hear it again. But I don't know. I'm hearing the downshifts. I'm hearing the shifts when you're accelerating. And you still hear it obviously rev and make noise when you're just flooring it. So I don't know. Unless it's not enough to notice a difference. All right, let's see if we can get on a little bit here. Turn the blinker off. Ready? I don't know. I might have to listen to the videos back to back, but I think, so I still can hear the downshifts, obviously. So I think that the active sound design, it's either adding like a low grumble when you're in the car, or it's doing nothing, because I still can obviously hear the downshifts. There's like burbles and stuff like that. When the car shifts while accelerating, you can still hear that. Let's get an acceleration here, ready? I mean, it sounds good. See right there, the downshifts when you're slowing down, I feel like I don't hear as much of a burble. Right there. See, I still hear that when I'm accelerating. So like you still hear the engine and it sounds good. I don't know. You can still obviously hear stuff even without the active sound design on. You can hear the little burbles, cracks, whatever you want to call them, when you let off the exhaust. Yeah, I can definitely hear that. I don't know if the GoPro is picking it up well, but I don't know. That Prius just ran a red light. Well done. I don't know. Interesting conundrum we have here. Because the car still sounds pretty good with active sound design, I guess supposedly off. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, let me know if you know if it actually has it, because I'm pretty sure I've read that these cars have it, and I can't tell the difference. So either Bimmer code's doing nothing, or they don't have it, or I don't know what's going on. Let me know in the comments if you guys know what's up. But either way, Bimmer code, pretty easy to use, pretty easy to link up. Obviously, I love that this is now just stays on when it's in comfort mode. If we go back to comfort, you know, it's great. I can turn the car off, turn it back on, don't have to worry about hitting that. I know Chelsea, that was probably one of the biggest things that she complained to me about too. So it was just a nice little present. I don't know if I normally would have paid $32 for the Bimmer code app, but I know she likes that. Being able to like stay in memory. We're gonna grab some gas for Chelsea because, well, you know, we floored it a couple times and I'm just such a nice guy. The other weird thing that I don't like about BMW is the gas tank is on the passenger side. I don't know why, but it is. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it, really help me out. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys know of anything related to the active sound design stuff. That was the other thing. See, comfort mode, I was in Sport Plus when I left the car, but it defaults back to comfort. So similar to this, see, this stays on now, but it does default to comfort and it doesn't stay in Sport Plus. All right, guys, so obviously there's a lot of things. I might look through these and make a video on some other interesting things that I find on here, but we're gonna go back to the receiver audio module, check encoding data. We can see that it says not active, so we're gonna go ahead and just make it back to active. And then go ahead and hit back and hit code. That's pretty much going to be it though. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.